Alright, so welcome on everybody, welcome on to yet another episode of this Start SSF on the beginner friend druid, right? Yeah, we're gonna move over to ultimate today. We have actually, I think, bought a good gun for level, what was it, like 75 or 82, something like that, right? Still using the level 50 something scuffed gun, which is actually not that bad, until like level 82. And yeah. Let's just start it. Sun damage? Dude, there's like no sun here for, I don't know, so long. Okay. The music tells me to go, right? Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that's the level 82 gun that I have here, right? 82 needs 529 cunning.
You're not looking for the body, you will...
Huh. I mean, looking at my mastery bars, right? I won't get much more cunning from masteries, right? Like, I would just stop here at 40 points. So I will have to put some points into cunning, actually. Pretty sure about that. Teach me how to play video games? You should teach me how to, like, play StarCraft, right, Envy? How to not get wrecked by Protoss. How's your Dawn Endeavors doing, by the way? What are you playing right now? Like, the last thing I remembered is like your Blade Arc character dying, and then I think you played a Primal Strike character as well, but I'm not sure. Maybe some point this weekend? Oh, look at this, right? We have no damage. You really need that level 82 gun, Monk. Looking at resistances, I mean, they look fine, right? Aether is maxed, Beta is maxed, Elemental is overcapped, Poison is overcapped, Priest is overcapped. Bleed and Chaos. I mean, Chaos we don't need in this act, right? And Bleed is a little... I mean, you can always, like, heal against Bleed, right? Like, last hit against Bleed because it's only dot damage, so... yeah, should be fine, right? A Pog waving again, a Warlord. And a Boar Lord. Seems good. Oh yeah, in Ultimate, even more so than in Elite, do not forget to do all the side quests for Reputation as well as Experience. They do give you even more XP and Reputation than on lower difficulty, so don't forget, like, for example, this guy here. That's very important. Yo, Mukalas, how you, man? Are you cosplaying as Dargon today? Yeah, the word Jackass is gonna remind me of Dargon like the rest of my life, I'm pretty sure about that. I think the only guy who like banned him though was Envy, right? Nobody else ever banned Dargon. Actually, that's not true. I'm pretty sure Dargon was banned like in other streams as well, but not in mine. That's not here at least. You think you missed something, Adios? Why, what did you miss? Welcome, by the way. Why do I do all the quests normally lit? I mean, because of reputation and experience, right? That's why I do all the quests. Mostly because of reputation, honestly. Not necessarily only XP, but mostly reputation. It wasn't your fault, fuck all of you. I mean, you're the one who pulled the trigger, right? Like, come on. You got you baited there. Imagine trusting the internet, right? Albert Einstein. Who's gonna slap me if you guys ban Dargon? I'm pretty sure somebody else can slap you as well in chat if you just ask nicely to get slapped. Alright, also, just like side quests and main quests, right? Don't skip totems. They can become a little bit more challenging here in ultimate difficulty, so prepare yourself, right? Like, use nullification, use mirror if necessary, or even use a cluster if necessary, right? To playing hardcore. Like, don't die to totems, please. But they're still very much worth it to do for loot. Like, they are super worth it. So like, don't like. Like, don't walk by them without doing them, right? Trust Twitch chat or die, smile. Doesn't everybody tell the truth all the time? Yeah, like, nobody would ever lie about anything, right? Also, if you have 3 slip necklaces already, right, at this point, we have 6, I mean, you might as well just go to the sky right away, right? Get to Graven and get your Slith Primal Ring. Honestly, it's... I mean, if your rings are worse than this, then you can obviously use this. This is like not bad resistances. But generally speaking, right, especially after our Ancient Grove runs, we should have better rings by now, right? So, yeah. Yo, stay there, Wilkman. Can you explain me how I can equip double pistols, please? You need to either be an Inquisitor and have a point into the node at the top left of Inquisitor that says, like, I think ranged expertise. Either have to have that skill, or you need to have an item, like some pistols, some medals, some relics, allow you to dual wield, right? I think also like a chest does that, like Gunslinger's chest, right? And if you have any of those items, or the Skill Inquisitor, right, then you can dual wield pistols. Otherwise, by default, you cannot. You cannot dual wield melee or ranged weapons in this game. By default, you need to, well, either get an item or a skill to enable that. Yo, Giselle, welcome on. Yo, Gigi, welcome on, welcome on. Yo, Petrog? Petrog? Welcome on. Yo, Trashcan Man, welcome on as well. What should we play on the weekend, by the way? I forgot to actually make a poll, right? Like, what the heck? I will probably actually stream twice on the weekend. By the way, or like, I mean, I'm gonna stream on Friday, which is technically not the weekend, and then like stream on Saturday or Sunday on top. Probably Saturday. You vote twice for Darkest Dungeon? No, we're only gonna do one, like... I'm not gonna play the same game twice. I'm thinking of like actually playing Factorio on Friday because SQT, aka Ulvar... No, not Ulvar. Ulven? Ulven, right. Said he's up for actually streaming, I mean for like playing Factorio with me on stream. So, yeah. Will I be streaming? Oh yeah, we could also stream D2R tomorrow, right? Just kidding, no we don't. We won't. I mean, first of all, right, if you wanna like watch that game, right, there's gonna be like a fuck ton of streamers streaming that game anyway. Second of all, I didn't get a sponsorship from Blizzard or anybody else who gives like out D2R sponsorships, so it would be like me as a person wanting to play that game. And honestly, I don't trust Blizzard enough to play it on my own. And also like seeing that they didn't change anything really. It's like, I don't know. I might play it like next year if it like is not a disaster, right? If it's not a disaster, then I will maybe play it next year. But I mean, chances are high, right? Even though it looks good, I mean, it does look very good. Like visually, it looks very good. Balance-wise, it's the original Diablo 2, which means it's pretty garbage balancing, but yeah, like, I don't know. You know, like, they could still pull off like a Warcraft 3 refunded, like reforged. Even though it looks good, right? I don't know. So I'll just chill and wait, honestly. If Ulven is there, I won't watch. Toxic. And you can play yourself as well if you want to, actually. You don't even own the game? Wow.
Oh, hello.
Because I don't know, like does anybody in chat own Factorio, or does like do you like the game, or does everybody hate the game in a way? Yo, McGinnis man, welcome on, welcome on. Imagine actually playing the video games.
Move along.
Look boring. I mean, I'm thinking about like doing a hardcore run and like putting biters to like the most difficult setting basically. So it's not gonna be that boring, I guarantee you. Also, I mean, if you're like into... I mean, the rest of Factorio is like, obviously like build the factory, like get all the things right, it's like lots of... I mean... It's like a puzzle game in a way. I honestly like that part a lot about it. Like setting up all the factories, like the right ratios, everything. I really like it. But maybe I'm like too German for the game or something, I don't know. Nuke is so untidy, dude, okay. I mean, I love spaghetti as well, as long as it's like efficient and it works. As long as it works. And obviously, once you like set up everything, and you're more, then like once you expand, then you wanna like be tidy. But in your first factory, like, spaghetti's the way, dude. Yeah, booty, welcome. And maybe I'm not too German for the game because I actually like spaghetti in it. German Italian. I think Mike Fick is like German Italian actually, right? Basically, I mean he's American, but like he's kind of like German Italian, honestly. Might be good to play and boring to watch. Kraken Constellation is crazy good. Yes, it is, for sure, for sure. You don't know what Factorio is? Dude, unironically, I think it's like the best game. Like Grim Dawn is obviously a different genre, and Grim Dawn is like the best game in its genre. But like overall, I would say like Factorio is like the best game ever made. People say you can't kite in this game, right? Just kite, right? Just kite. How's your family are German Jews? Nice. I mean, as long as you're... Wait, what was it? How's it again? Like, as long as your mother, like your mother's line is Jewish, right? Then you're a Jew as well, right? I think that's how they do it. Why play no Factorio tools anywhere? Dude, Factorio has like all the tools in the game. That's like that's what I'm saying, like it's actually the best game. Like like all the tools for which you have like websites and other games, like you have all the tools in the game, like in the actual game. You have all the tools that you need. That sounds bad, you don't like it? What? What? Dude, imagine if like GRIMTOOLS was in the actual game, right? Like in Grim Dawn you just open up a window to like theorycraft, like is that bad? Actually, yes.
Well, I'll be.
So, I mean, you're just saying that because you don't have a GPU right now, right? And you just like to play browser games, I guess. I don't know. GRIMTOOLS is literally a browser game, right? Focus on all devices. Yeah. I mean, there are like, not sure if there's like an out-of-game blueprint creator, for example. Maybe there is one actually. I mean, I know you can share blueprints, etc., right? In Factorio as well. Because like basically blueprints are like, you know, the tools, right? Edit tools, or like Factorio tools basically. I think doing blueprints is kind of like theory crafting. I also like that it's separate. I mean, understandable. Like using all devices is like a big advantage, but you can't even use GRIMTOOLS properly on like a mobile phone, for example. Like you can't do devotions. It's like, I don't know. Why am I not attacking? Hello? Launching Grim Dawn takes forever. What? Dude, for me, launching Grim Dawn is as quick as like opening Firefox. What are they doing? How are they spawning like this? What is this? Oops.
Good, you're back.
Yo, thanks to the 11 months. Our demon, welcome. How are you doing, man? Good to have you back. Welcome. Imagine playing the game. Okay, guys, okay. So, what you're saying is, I should just play GRIMTOOLS on Friday, right? Like, don't even open any game, like, just play GRIMTOOLS, right? I didn't say that. Sounds like a good idea. Hurry. The gods demand more sacrifices in Darkest Dungeon. Waiting for the patch. Yeah, I'm holding the patch hostage, right? Like, it's literally only me and Xantime who have, like, the ultimate power over the patch. Pick up. Just not convinced that Victoria is a good game to stream. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not. I mean, I've never tried. I also never tried Darkest Dungeon before. I mean, Darkest Dungeon is actually a surprisingly good game to to stream because, honestly, the main reason is because you can name the characters after like people in Twitch chat, right? If Darkest Dungeon did not have the ability to name characters after people in chat, right? Then like it would be like way worse, honestly. Play Sekiro. Watch me feed. It's like that, a more of a just chatting kind of game. I don't know, I think it depends on like how you play the game. Like Factorio you can play in like many different ways, right? I feel like Factorio can do in like 3 ways, right? You can do just chatting and like not actually play the game. But I know I wouldn't be bad at that, right? Like imagine me reading chat all the time, like that doesn't work, right? And then you could play it as like kind of a survival game, like with hardcore and like hard as fuck fighters. Or you just go like full 5-head and like, I don't know, do like just nerdy stuff. But I think that kind of thing, right, the third thing, that's like when like everybody who doesn't like Factorio, doesn't play it, they won't watch anyway, right? RimWorld is better to stream than Factorio? It's literally the same thing though, right? I mean, I've never played RimWorld though. Wait, why would you say that RimWorld is better than Factorio? Like, I don't see that. Aren't they like very similar games? Like, what I really like in Factorio is also that you can, you know, like, when you have a community that also plays the game, you set up like a game, right? And, like, I don't know, the streamer sets up the game, and then like whenever, and then like chat can play together with the streamer, right? As well. Like, you can do that pretty nicely in Factorio. Rumor has characters you can name. It looks good. It looks. I would say Factorio looks like 50 times better than RimWorld, but that's just my opinion. Like, Factorio looks way better, in my opinion. It looks disgusting, I mean, yeah, it's like subjective, right? Oh shit, we need to save points. Let's talk about GRIMTOOLS for a second, right? We're here in the Warden Cellar, we've like zoomed through everything in Act 1, right? Made sure to like pick up all the side quests. And now we're here in Warden Cellar, we're level 75. We need to start putting points to cunning from now on, right? To equip the gun at level 82. And also we need to, well, not die to the totem in here, which is gonna be like the hardest totem in the game, kind of. I mean, in Act 1.
I need some time to plan our strategy.
Dude, Factorio to me looks like visually a lot more appealing than, for example, Path of Exile even. I'm not even kidding, like I'm 100% serious about that. I'm legit not kidding. Yes, the character models look bad in Factorio, that is true. But other than that, it looks really good in my opinion. Like it just fits, everything fits together, I don't know. Factories look like really good. Has Nara and Pixels randomly turned brown? What? What?
I need some time to plan.
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the Rift. You don't remember it.
Dude, how do you see like graphic bugs in that game? Or like pseudo graphic bugs? Nani? Oh, we need to go back to my person rift first. What am I doing? Let's go over here, right? Let's go over here. Go to the person rift, clear the totem before we go down to the cellar. Because otherwise I would lose this one and that's kind of bad. I mean, it wouldn't matter that much actually, but let's do this. I don't know. I mean, that's like beta or alpha though. The game doesn't look like that anymore. That's an old, it's like very old screenshot. I mean, I've played the game like that for a long time as well, and didn't like the graphics didn't bother me. But it does actually look better now than it used to look like back in the day. I mean, I have like almost 1,000 hours in like pre-release Factorio, so it did look pretty good. Or like good enough for me to play it like for 1,000 hours. I don't know. Or like 800 or something like that. I don't know. That's the totem, by the way, like don't die to this totem, right? Like use the mirror properly, right? Kite properly. Like you can, right, with Primal Strike. Just play this like an AD carry in League of Legends, right? Ah yeah, maybe like don't jump in the middle of them, right? Nice jump, right? Nice fucking jump. Alright. Nice mare fight ulti, yeah. I could say something now, but I choose to stay neutral and say that ground zero seems to be done with this conversation. Graphics don't matter if the game is good. So why do the graphics matter for you when it comes to playing Factorio? Or like watching Factorio? Does it think the game is not good? I don't know, I think the game is great. But watching? Yeah, true, yeah. I mean... True, I guess. I mean, as I said, it doesn't look as bad as it did back then. Looks better now. Maybe we should play Satisfactory instead. I don't know. I mean, I know Ground Zero has played that game, right? How How's the depth of that game though? It's 3D, which looks like, I don't know, I like 3D actually less in those kind of games than 2D, like, or like top-down view. Like one of the reasons why I also like Factorio more, because of the view. Like, you can plan things way better when you have like top-down view, in my opinion, in games like that. And also from when I like last properly looked at Satisfactory myself, it seemed like the depth is like, it's like Factorio basically has like the depth of PoE, right? And Satisfactory is more like Diablo 3, right? That's like how I felt like when I saw those two games next to each other, when it comes to depth at least. But maybe that has actually changed. And maybe I should just like play Satisfactory instead, because I've never played it, and then like it's a fresh experience for both me and chat. Just like the Darkest Dungeon, right? I don't know. Anyway, we are here at the Hidden Laboratory, right? And from now on, you should kind of like go back and honestly just do all the side quests before killing Warden Creek. I think that's generally a better way to do it, because then you get like more skill points, etc. Like, a little bit stronger. You have 100% crit chance. Are you playing last epoch or what? Like 100% crit chance is kind of, well, what you should have, right, on a hit build at least, in last epoch. Yeah. It's like either you play a dot build or you just like try to aim for 100% crit chance. And yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of weird that it's like so easy to reach 100% crit chance as well in that game. I don't know. I like Grim system way more, which is like so dynamic, right? With OA and DA. It's actually, I think, a pretty nice and interesting way to like keep crits interesting throughout the entirety of the game. It's maybe not fair to compare the two right now. I mean, yeah, that's also true. Onyx, that's true, that's true. I'm not proud of you. I'm proud of you, bro. Like 100% crit chance. Good job. I mean, you're also higher level than I am, I assume. Minecraft graphics are really nice. You just don't like games that aren't colorful, right? Like you don't like Rondon's color palette, you don't like Factorio's color palette, which are actually kind of similar. It's not even about graphics, right? Like what you're mostly talking about is not even graphics necessarily, it's mostly like color palettes, right? Okay, so what we should go for here next is more points to Overload, right? More points to Heart of the Wild. More points to Conversion. And more points to Elemental Balance. And then also more points to Inner Focus later. How should I do this though? I don't even know, honestly. Because, I mean, if you're like in need of CC rest right now, then put more points here, right? If you're in need of Aether rest and OA, put more points here. If you're in need of like more HP, then put more points here. And right now I feel like everything is fine already. So maybe just like put one here, one here, one here, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess just get the crit damage, right, actually. I mean, oh well, it's fine. I mean, Grim Dawn's basic color palette, right, is pretty dark and muddy, right? But then you have flashy effects like Primal Strike on top, so I guess because of that it's fine for you. And Factory doesn't have like those flashy effects on top really. Or like not that much of that, right? You need a second vacation. Like a vacation to recover from the vacation. Actually, that's not Kalaska and Ultimate, right? So we can run the dungeon. If we want to. I mean, you can also run the dungeon if you kill him. If you find the key from like the other cultists. Which generally shouldn't be that hard. But that's where you have the key guaranteed.
Good, you're one of my. That's good. They're ward. Good work. There have been ward.
Alright, now we have done all the quests, right? Except for the Depraved Sanctuary, but honestly, this Depraved Sanctuary is harder than Warden Creek, so. Just the Warden Creek first. Stormbrand cooldown Primal Strike. I honestly had a build in mind with that weapon. Not solo self-found, but I had a build in mind with that weapon. That actually also uses cooldown based Primal Strike. So I'm like a little bit extra salty because of the nerf, which like happens for no reason. But yeah, working with Arcane Undo, how are you? I mean, if Xanta like reduces the base cooldown of Primal Strike or something like that, right? Then it would be understandable, but it didn't do that, so I don't know. It's so weird, dude. There's for no reason to delay the patch, yeah, Sarlog, that's the last round of changes, like part of them at least, kinda honestly like feel like that. It's so weird. Dawn looks very nice. I mean, I think it does a very, very good job at like capturing the atmosphere and everything, right? But if like the game did the same thing, but looked like a little bit smoother overall, like graphically just better generally, I wouldn't mind that. Like obviously Grim Dawn doesn't look perfect. Like it is pretty dated, right? Alright, let's kill Warden Creek here. Alright, stage 2, I mean, you can either dodge the stuff, right, or just do what I'm doing, and, I mean, yeah. Why would you dodge stuff when your character is good, right? Let's actually also do Depraved Sanctuary, because why not, right? Change refresh rate to 144 Hz. Yeah, if you have a monitor like that, sure. I don't even have a monitor like that then. Monka. Smooth, you mean blurry? You mean like that blurriness? Like blurry on the edges and stuff like that? Yeah, that's something that this game doesn't need, for sure. No, I mean, I feel like GRIMTOOLS could look even sharper, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's like my monitor. Yeah, I mean, I don't play any of those games, honestly, Starlog. Like, I just don't play them. Like, I don't know. Like, why even? Most of them, in the end, feel like a waste of money, to be honest. Did we say dollar? Yo, awesome multiplayer, thanks for 100 bits, man. And that's pretty much $1, right? Or at least like half of $1 from me. And 50 cents for Twitch, right? Thank you so much for your support anyway. Welcome, welcome. Dollar. Monka.
Monitor time BLELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELELEL H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A.
Thanks for the $5, Nicholas. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, maybe I'll actually, you know, like buy myself a monitor for Christmas or something. Smart donation. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, Discover here has some, well, chaos damage, right? I mean, when I said you don't need chaos damage for Act 1, I meant if you only don't need the chaos damage, I mean chaos resistance rather, if you skip this guy, right? If you don't skip this guy, then you actually do need chaos resistance. And he's harder than Krieg as well. Also, like, don't stand inside the Sigil, right? Like, the Sigil does heal him, like, what am I doing? Don't send the Sigil. It's way harder than Krieg? Yeah, for sure. 100% true. Alright, get the cunning, right? Get the away in crit chance. Or the crit damage rather, not the crit chance. Let's go back here. So like generally don't go where I just did, right? Where I just went. Unless you have like 80% chaos rest, right? And at 77, which was still fine-ish, but it's like a little risky, right? You got Arcane Harmony Legends, level 65. These are really good. But can I even use them? Like, look at my bleed rest, right? Monk. I can't use them right now. Literally impossible.
Is it fit? The Warden's defeated. So you must die before.
Isn't the Sigil bit damage? Oh, it could be bit damage as well.
I cannot speak.
I mean, either way, it heals him, right? Like, don't stand inside of the Sigil. I think he also deals some chaos damage. It's not only vitality damage. And even if he doesn't, then like his pets deal chaos damage, right? Pretty sure about that at least. I mean, he also has the do-bot ability, right? I think. And certainly that one deals chaos damage, right? Alongside vitality. I mean, we're just gonna, you know, run into Act 2 here, because Act 7 and Ultimate is actually really hard. You can of course do the first quest, like the very first quest, just to like get the portal there and talk to like another faction. But other than that, I mean, just do Act 1 to 4 before doing expansions and Ultimate. It's way safer. Doomboard and Bloodstorm Curse is the main threat. Yeah, that is correct. But if somebody wants to live dangerously, just charge in and hope for the best. I mean, feel free to play in whatever way you would like to play it. I don't think you actually use the Doomboard, right? Like, maybe you have to... I don't know, like have a certain distance to him for him to use it. Like that could be the case, right? I've actually like not fought Salazar that many times. I don't know how he exactly works, to be honest. Because generally there's like no reason to do that unless you need to farm his weapon, right? But you might need to do for some, well, relics, right? Like crafting some relics. And or if you're playing like a pet build, right, you also maybe want to use the weapon actually. Talking about relics, right, I should still try to get the stuff to craft the Storm relic. But for that I also need Mistborn Talisman, right? Pretty sure, so should at least proceed all the way to Waldrak, right, the end of Act 2, and then like farm him to get the Mistborn Talisman. In my medal in Act 2. Oh, Balthazar, like this guy right here that we're about to fight. Yeah, Balthazar can be pretty scary, like he does a lot of physical damage. So yeah, you might wanna, you know, like prepare your mirror for this guy right here. And ultimate is pretty scary. If you have like low armor and or low physical, 14%. I mean, we have decent armor actually. It's not the worst armor. Then like this guy, right, Nicholas Balthazar. Nicholas Balthazar, right? He can hurt a lot. Yep, like just mirror up, right? Like just mirror up, honestly, like. And like once he hits you again, you like just pot. And if he hits you again, now you start cutting, right? Yeah, this guy can just constantly kill you if you're not careful. Yeah, he can like. He hit me with like one nuke, and then his second nuke got shielded by my mirror. If he hit me with the second nuke, I would be like a 2k or something like that there, or like 1k. And that's not where you want to be, right, with your HP. I mean, he's like a soldier, right? He has Blitz. Wait, does he have Blitz? He has a Blade Arc and Force Wave for sure, right? And like his Blade Arc and Force Wave, they hurt like a ton. You never find Balthazar while leveling even, he's too rapid. I mean, you can just like kite him, right? If you have a good stun rust, he can't stun you really with his Force Wave. But yeah, he can certainly be very rippy. Gotcha impact. Yeah, Mana's like streaming Gacha, I mean Genshin Impact like non-stop, right? I mean, if he enjoys the game, that's good for him, right? With Dokor set on? Yeah. I mean, with Dokor set you're squishier than this, right? So. Wait, how was I at 1900 armor earlier? Oh, because my Golem Bone procced or something, right? Like I have 1300 default actually. I don't know. Weird. I'm playing Titan Quest, but man, acts like... Yeah, the acts in Titan Quest... They are like Shadow Realm and Grim Dawn. I feel like they could be compressed, right? Like some areas are just so big, and there's like not a single mob in them. It's like... Yo, Nivor, Pokemon. Density is kinda bad in Titan Quest as well. At least on like the first difficulty, I don't know, maybe it's better on higher ones. The base game is 4 acts, I think, like the Anniversary Edition has 4 acts, right? And then Ragnarok is... It's like I haven't played Titan Quest. Dude, if you watch my VOD from back when I did, when you were in chat as well, that's literally what I said, like density is bad. You walk through areas and it feels like super empty. Especially in the Ragnarok areas. That's literally what I said back then as well. I mean, that said, I didn't do higher difficulties, right? So maybe it's better on higher. Because Thrash turns monsters are 10 times stronger than mobs in Grim Dawn. I meant like you density is bad in the form of like you walk through like an area for like almost 2 minutes and there's not a single mob, like not even one. I don't know. At least in Ragnarok, like in the Germany part of it, like Germanic forest part, it felt like that. Seems like certain areas are either full or empty with mobs. Yeah. Yes, I mean some areas are fine. But some others were like really empty for some reason, I don't know why. I did actually not once die to Makai archers, even though they are pretty scary, like 100%. They're really scary. Let's go back here and get the quests first, right? So that we can pick up the quest from the guy in Odakovia as well. I don't need the talisman anymore, right? Just give him the talisman. If you give this guy the talisman, then he will also get more reputation with rovers. So, to speed up the reputation game with rovers, I would say it's good to, well, give them back their talisman.
Well, you were there. We have to hit them hard.
Quaid? Oh yeah, it's called Quaid, right? Actually, the summon is pretty nice for defense, but it's also level 58. Didn't really hit the level 82 tier yet.
Keep your
Monster Titan quests are not like Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn almost is a trash. I mean, that's not quite true, but Like this guy, he's not trash either, really. But yeah, I've only played normal difficulty in Titan Quest, that is true. I don't know how really, like, how hard they are on high difficulties. That is true. There certainly is one guy that can fuck you up though, right? And he's over here. This guy, right? Fuck this guy. Should we even attempt him? It's like, I would rather not, honestly. It's just gonna feel bad when we die there. Like, don't do it. This guy. Oh yeah, my bleed rust, right? Ooh, yeah, maybe I should like start getting bleed rust, right? I don't know what these trash mobs like tickling me. It felt like they actually hurt me. The second pack, like none of those were heroes. I mean, there are some items, right, in Grim Dawn that do make the entire game feel a little bit easier. Like, for example, Monster Frequency giving you like a ton of damage. And because of that also like more last steal. Those items wouldn't exist and the game would be harder for sure. Like trash mods would be harder as well. Oh yeah, absolutely, like the mobs and like all the Watchers, like all the Forgotten Gods mobs, they're like really scary as well. Even the trash mobs in quotation marks, like. And like the Chthonians, like the Harbingers, etc. And in the end it just depends on like how good your gear is, right? If your gear is bad, then like all of those can also like fuck you up and run down. I don't know how that is like in Titan Quest, like if you can still be fucked by all those mobs even if you have like great gear. Maybe that's how it is. Actually, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. Harbingers and Pressers. Oh yeah, Pressers are also really scary. Indeed, indeed. Alright, Kron is hard out, right? So we're about to face and kill Kron there. And yeah, if you have, well, spared Dareni earlier, then he's gonna spawn over here as a boss, like as a mini-boss. But it's not really like particularly challenging either. It's mostly good to keep him alive, so that you have a additional boss to farm when you do like crony runs for gaining infamy with the crony gang, right? Like if you want to increase your infamy with the crony gang. I mean, honestly though, getting infamy with crony's gang is it's pretty useless nowadays. Like, don't even bother, it's not worth it. It's such a grind to get, and it's also not really rewarding, really. Yo Naomi, welcome on, welcome on. Dead game. Yeah, Crony's gang is pretty dead though. Farming Crony's gangs, not something you do anymore. Oh, board of flashback. Wait, am I fumbling all the time, or what is happening here? The fuck? My OA is also kind of low, right? Okay, I need more OA. Apparently. And I have a chance to get crit as well, holy, okay. I have to unironically work on my OA and the A then. I don't even get more the A anymore in the tree though, but in the... I mean, I need more, and I will get more in augments. Not if when he gets his bubble. Other than that, try to not stand aside too much of this Aether stuff on the ground, right? Alright. Farming infamy in the first Grimtool League made you burn out. Yeah, it's a little... I don't know. It's a little weird that it's still like that. Am I into cyberpunkish music? Sometimes, yeah. I did it anyway, smile. I had an article about computer graphics like 10 years ago, so I can't find it anymore. Contrast? I still talk, I mean, wait. You mean like contrast in Factorio is bad or something like that? In Grimtool? As if everything is underwater. Oh, the Valiance ring. These rings, or like this entire set, can be insanely good actually. So much armor on rings, like it's crazy. And also like +1 all skills if you get all four pieces, right? It's actually insane. Really good set. Yeah, it's way harder to get it than low crystal as well. To be honest. Because you can literally only get it while leveling, right? It doesn't drop in endgame anymore. Posted an OP players in Discord with like cyberpunk theme music. Nice. Is it DMCA free? That's why the true endgame is getting more, like, leveling more endgame characters. Yep. To get the Valiant stat, right? Wonka. $65. Yeah, I guess you could like farm it on elite, even on a 100 character, right? Maybe that works. Yeah, that could work. I mean, I got it at, like, what is this, level 80? Like enemies are level 79, 80. It still drops here at this level. Like 1-2 totems on elite. Yeah, that's probably gonna work, right? Kind of feels bad to do stuff like that, but yeah, I guess that's something that could work. What is the zone, dude? What the hell? Let's leave a portal here, get the other portal outside, and like walk back in and kill the one guy that we have to kill. Right. Let's do that. Is the gambling blacksmith cheaper for creating elite items? You mean like blue items? Oh yeah, you should also do that. I mean, you could also do that, right? Just transmute until you get Valiant set. I mean, if you get like an epic ring set that, or like any epic set actually, right? In that level range, like, I don't know. Sharpshooter set or something like that. Or, I mean, yeah, it can like literally be any set, right? Interesting. Should I mow the lawn? Why don't you ask your your lawn if it likes to get mown? Oh, the one can't talk? Wait, what? Yeah, but your lawn can't talk? What? What kind of noob lawn do you have, dude? They delayed the 99 whip game. Wait, Lost Ark or what? Wait, Lost Ark is delayed? Or what game are you talking about? German lawns, they talk. Yep, Monk. Well, it actually got delayed to 2022. Dead game. I mean, it's actually good for another game, right? It is very good for Grim Dawn and Grim Dawn's community season. Which is gonna start like early December or something like that, right? And for you, yep. True. Imagine shaving dance game.
Good, you're back.
Yo, async await.
Take 10 months.
Thanks for the 10 months, dude. Kick W. Kick. Kick. Hans says it's pronounced kick. Kick W. Nice. Quick.
Good, you're back.
More
Monk.
money for monitor.
Thank you, Mikolas, for the 6-month resub. Welcome back, welcome back. More money for monitor? Pog. Monitor this year, maybe? Seems good. What the fuck? Where's your sub? I mean, if you didn't sub, then you don't have a sub, right? Shocking. Imagine dying to totems, right? Can't play Grim Dawn League 3 since I have no island. Go donation goal 25 million to buy an island. Dang. Yo, Pride Claw, welcome back, welcome back. Long time no see indeed. Doing well. Doing well, doing well. How about you, man? How about you? How was life? How was Grim Dawn? I guess you're not playing Grim Dawn anymore, but how are you doing, man? Okay, we need to like upgrade our armor at some point here, right? That seems pretty squishy. I mean, it's not really squishy, but it's like if you face tank, then you're a little bit squishy. Oh, your PC got wrecked? Dang, F. I'm the only guy left playing Grim Dawn, kicked out you. Does Korok Devotion work with the Blade Spirits? I mean, I don't see why not, so yes, it should. And it's pretty good with that, yeah. everybody and their fucking Amazon, Twitch, Prime shit subs to all those Twitch boob streamers instead of using it on normal human like Rick does. Pathetic people, pathetic. Yeah, just use it on me. He's a good man.
Good, you're back.
Oh, thanks for the gifted sub towards Adios, Mikolas. Thank you, Mikolas. I mean, you don't have to do that to Adios, but thank you anyways. On the other hand, you have discovered Neo. Oh yeah, Neo is a great game as well. At least so I've heard. I've never played it actually myself. It's like Dark Souls meets ARPGs kind of thing, right?
It's a good use. I'll give you a good price for what I've got left. See you.
Alright, what do we do here even?
Well,
Might as well hand in these quests, right? I'm gonna need like way more conning because I fucked up, right? Whoops.
Come, friend, right to business. No.
Yeah, I should have like started putting more points to conning like way earlier. Oh well. Do I have a cold stone with me? I will need a cold stone for the shrine down near Carrion, right? So maybe I don't have one, I don't know. I should have gifted the sub to a non... Wow. Adios still simping for Naomi. After all these years. Season 3-1. Current schedule is late November, early December. I haven't talked to Mike in quite some time actually. Why are you running, dude? What the hell? Lick Mike. Nani? This chat got cringe fast? Yeah, that can happen sometimes. That is not that unusual, honestly. I was gonna ask you, since there are so many builds you can do in Grim Dawn, do you specifically have a build that you can... that I think is overpowered? Like, do I have an OP build, or is there an OP build that I know of? I mean... honestly, after the last couple of changes, I don't think there's that many left. I mean, there's still some pet builds that are probably still pretty broken for endgame. Mutilation got nerfed properly. I mean, it's still good for certain situations, but it's not like broken as it was until basically at the start of this year, right? I mean, there's Avenger of Water, I guess. I mean, I guess, yeah, Avenger of Water is like the... Yeah, that's like the OP build that I have, I guess. Avenger of Water. But some people say it's not OP because like not that quick at killing stuff. Which is true, it's not the fastest killer, but it's pretty invincible. Physical meta is good. Like really good. For the compensation buffs. I guess, It is, by the way. It's pretty fast. Avenger, but like Avenger Water or Avenger Archon? Didn't they buff Archon as well? Archon, right? Avenger Archon, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want more damage on Avenger, then you always go Archon, right? But it's not as cuttable. Oh my god, that guy from Reddit, I'm level 22 by the way, my build is OP, this game seems easy, yeah, I'm level 22 by the way. That was pretty funny, yeah. Yo, Crusader, welcome on. But looking good. I mean, it's not even endgame yet. And I mean, for a main campaign though, this is even on highest difficulty. Can't talk. Even on highest difficulty, this should be like easy, right? Also, getting to level 100 in this game is not like in Path of Exile or like Last Epoch, right? 100 in this game is like level 80 basically in Path of Exile or Last Epoch. Like hitting 100 is nothing special in this game. I mean, it is in a way, but also it's not, because it's like way easier. My build looks like shit, pal. Positive chat. I mean, Mykonos is always like... He's like sending me money to buy a monitor, and then he's like, the game looks like shit, the build looks like shit. He's a good troll though. Supportive troll. Well... I mean, Primal Strike Druid or like Primal Strike Shaman in general, but Box Backthrow is a good build, especially for leveling through the game, especially when you don't have anything else like in your stash, right? Like it's very beginner friendly, it's very strong for that. For actual endgame, they are certainly stronger builds, but I mean we're not really about doing like the hardest endgame ever on this build, right? There are other builds for that, which also require gear. This is just for like making it through the campaign and then like defeating certain endgame bosses, which allow you to then speed level, right? Other characters, or like which allow you to like make this character basically strong enough to well, be able to farm gear for other characters, right? That's like the true purpose of a first character in Grim Dawn, right? Primal Strike was the fastest speed of your tried so far? Yeah, it's really quick. What was your fastest time? I think my fastest was still like a Nightblade, like dual wield Nightblade. But like, I mean, with like preset gear, like pre-farmed gear, like leveling gear. Oh my god, chat is just like fully copy pasta now. Where are the mods? Do not copy the name when you copy the pasta. Yeah, that's true. That's actually true though. That's actually true. Hi, currently 2 days into your first character. Yo, how's your character doing then? And how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. So good night race fast too. Yeah. And the Force Wave is also kind of fast, but I would say Primal Strike is generally a little bit faster than Force Wave probably. should just sort Reddit by controversial and copy the threads. Grimtools Reddit, man, it's so different to like say other ARPG Reddits, I feel like, because 99% of threads on Grimtools Reddit are just like, hey, is this game any good? Should I buy this game? Hey, new player here. Oh, look at my transmog. I mean, I guess look at my transmog is like a thing in every game, but I don't know, like few people like actually talk about hard content on the Reddit. Which is fine, I mean, it's obviously fine. And also this game is like way less competitive than like other RPGs, so there are less people playing endgame. Which is a little bit sad, but that's just how it is. I cannot conclude sentences, I will say what the fuck. What the fuck? Yeah, like... I mean, there are some people that lurk, like Maya, for example, she lurks a lot, and then whenever she can chime in, when like people talk about pet builds, she like chimes in there. She's like, hey, have you tried my builds? And stuff like that, you know? I guess kind of like me as well in a way. Irden. Oh yeah, Irden lurks too, true. Oh yeah, and Mike is actually a lot on Reddit as well. But he's like mostly just spamming like, is this game any good, should I buy this game? Like, for troll, right? I don't know. She girls exist on the internet? Yeah, my bad, I mean he, of course, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she or he actually, but I mean the name is like she, but I have no clue. I think it was a she. I don't know. He should clarify. Alright, Waldrak, the Destroyer, and boss of Act 2. It doesn't say anywhere, but he is actually. Don't get hit by the slams, right? What am I doing? And also, we're gonna have to farm this guy until he drops Mistborn Talisman. I think we should do that right now, just to get it over with, right? And then we can start crafting our well, Alpha Storm Relic, which is gonna be pretty strong. So yeah, we should do that, right? Mistborn Talisman? Wow. You weren't quick enough this time to say wait for him to respond with wow, right? Not quick enough this time. If you have sex with a girl that used to be a guy, are you gay? Oh boy. Here we go again. Another topic to sabotage my YouTube VOD, right? Actually, we found another Arcane Weave cord, which is better than the one that I have, so let's just use this one, right? This one actually fixes my chaos stress. That is very nice, very nice indeed. What do I put on my belt though? I mean, I could just keep the thing, I guess. It's not the worst option here. I would like something for Bleedress, but we can't get it on belt, so yeah, can't do anything about it. Alright, let's well, not farm this, but farm Smuggler's Pass, right? Farm the troll real quick. Yeah. Going to my stream for serious topics. What am I doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right. It's like going to my extreme for Grim Theorycraft. Hey, my topics aren't that bad. Come on, dude. Should we bring up the Roman Empire? Please no. Roman. What the fuck? Nice jump. Oh, I was trapped. Well. Did I get trapped like mid-air or something? What happened? Nice jump. What the fuck? Oh my god. Alright, he didn't drop it. Let's kill him again. If Mike was a doctor, would I follow his advice? Like what, a copter? Like a penis doctor? Monka. Wasn't this a family-friendly stream? Maybe last year. Penis inspection day in middle school. Imagine Mike being your penis, your penis inspector. What the fuck, dude? That trap though, like that nuts. Like these chosen ultimate are in general like no joke. I mean, you can kite them well, but if you don't, they will hurt a lot. Well, no Talisman, feels bad, man. It's a little iffy. OP build. Yeah, the build is OP, dude. If you get hit. I mean, if you don't get hit, rather. Yo, deepest, welcome. Is Blueprint Relic Average Pack the global drop? Yes, it is. So, I don't know, farming totems, Shadow Realm, Crucible, dungeons, whatever you can farm it. It's good. Mukolar is your final form.
We speak at last.
I'm gonna crowd Solar's information until it drops. I mean, that's a good idea for sure, yeah. Hey, D2R tomorrow? I don't know, man. Are you gonna play it? Wait, who's in chat is gonna play D2R tomorrow? Because I'm not. I mean, I don't have the game. So I probably won't be playing it, honestly. Buck Flizzard Too busy playing Last Epoch, actually. Nah, dude, there are lots of people that actually like the game. Like, the game is also not that bad. It's just dated in my opinion, like very dated. And I feel like they fail, from what I've seen, they fail to not make the game still feel dated in many ways. I mean, they fix some ways, I think, that make the game feel dated, but like some others are still like, in some ways it still feels like a game from like 25 years ago, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but like if the balance was also better than it actually is, in my opinion. And also if like Blizzard was not in the state that it is in right now. Dude, that Petrify Monka. What's my Petrify Russ? Leaf mains can petrify. Also like the Yetis and Basilisks from Act 5, they can petrify. And I almost died because of that. I mean, I didn't almost die, but I wasn't able to move for some seconds because of that. Also, he's reflective, right? I don't have notification up right now, so I can't really nullify him either. Time to mow the lawn. Good luck with that. Oh, there it is. Mistborn Talisman, we got it. Pork champion. Just get it right, just get it. Pork you. Made an XL, kinda looked fun. I guess. Should I look at stuff? I mean, I should, right? I'm just selling stuff. Oops. Now, you kind of just want to craft as many as you can, unless you have like a crusher that you want to save for like another character. Because you're gonna need these for like other relics in the future, or like other stuff in the future. And also it like saves more space to like, well, keep them like this compared to like the entire crusher, right? So we just needed to craft Terror Relic, right? Terror needed, well, the Mistborn Talisman, a Calamity, a Glacier, Calamity, Glacier, Void Touch, right? Calamity, Glacier, Void Touched, Void Touched, Void Touched. And then one more thing, right? What's the last thing? Last thing was a Bloody Whetstone, which I think I actually have. If you don't have this yet, then you have to like buy it from some faction vendor, I'm pretty sure. So, Blessed Whetstone and Hollowed Fang, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Whetstone. And now we have the After Storm, and this relic is basically all you need from now on, all the way to probably endgame. So yeah, it's good, right? We just use this. This one gives me +1 all skills to Shaman. It even rolled +1 to Torrent at Oakskin. That is actually kind of lucky because both of those are good. And yeah, it also has an aura that you need to toggle, right? So let's use that. We're gonna lose the attack speed here, but I mean, that's fine. Right, where's the aura? There it is. And I mean, just equipping this, right? Look at my damage, right? 68, 77, and then the aura on is like 88, like this is insane damage, dude. So much cute. Yo, Plasma, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we got kinda lucky with the completion bonus, not gonna lie. But like, don't try to craft like more than one. If you like didn't get this lucky, like don't try to craft more than one. At least not at this stage of the game. Like maybe later, but right now, like don't do it. Like just don't. It's not worth it. Change my illusions, character looks weird. My boots look pretty bad, that's true. I guess shoulders also look kinda scuffed. This one looks good, right? Logorian shoulders. Monka. Oh, that's actually nice. Get that primal look in here. Scuffed gun. Yeah, it's fine like this, right? Let's not waste too much money. Let's not do that. Make it look like a shaman picture. Oh, he has the raven shoulders, right? I don't think I have those yet. Like not in this character. No, I don't have them. I can't make him look like that actually. Too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. And we has been farming local off stream, copium. Alright. Let's go back to Olakovia and hand in those quests, right? Actually, before we do any of that, let's check out if I have like too many plus skills now to my skill points, right? Like Torrent, for example, there could be like too many in there, right? Yep, one too many. Also one too many in Primal Strike even. 1-1. Can we pull it here? We could drop this to 10 points as well. I mean, armor DA is not bad actually. Let's get like one here, one here, one here, and then like one here, right? Why not? That seems good. Yep, go. Only thing you have been farming upstream is this depression. Caffeine depression and hand soaking. Monka. That doesn't sound good, dude. What are you doing? Soaking what though? In cum Borpa spin? What? I didn't say that, by the way. What? What? I didn't say anything, chat. Don't mind me. I just clipped it. Nice. Clipped and shipped. Clipped, shipped, and under rest. And ripped. Nope. Shipped to Reddit. Nah, Grundon Reddit doesn't care about anything, dude. Except for like, is this game even good? Can I buy this game? Should I buy this game? better than PoE Reddit at least. Are expansions worth it? What build do you recommend? Like, just play the fucking game, dude, and just buy it, right? Just buy the game and play the game. It's a good game. And also the fucking mods of Grim Dawn Reddit, I'm sorry. But those trigger me like so hard. Like, why is there no like sticky thread that like just tells people like just buy the fucking game, right? Stuff like that. I don't know. Like a frequently asked question thing, like just pin Mike's video there, for example. Like all the things are there, right? But people have to relink it every single day because there's no pinned thread like that. Oh well. Oh, maybe I should like click on the body, right? Click on the body while it's warm. Wait, what? Monka. I actually have one less button to press now, right, with the new Relic? Like one less button to press, seems good. Wait, what? Less buttons to press? Are you feeling okay? Oh, the body? Warm and squishy body? Wait, what? Yeah, Monka. This game like literally makes you click on dead bodies, like that's kinda weird, man. I don't know. Yo, Marcus, saw you, man. You got wrecked by life? Wait, what? Wait, why? Pew, pew, pew. Pew. Pew, pew. Oh, nullify this reflective mob, right? I love clicking on dead bodies. Let's drop the portal here again, right? Let's do the same thing that we did on Elite. Drop a portal here. Get the waypoint in Homestead and then like port back here to Prospector's Trail. And then we do the Jagged Waste thingy. Isn't Vixie like a... She's like a... what's it called? When you're like streaming as something else? I don't even know what it's called, dude. I don't watch those streamers. She's like streaming as a fox. Is she a mic sucker? No, she's not a mic sucker nor a mic ficker, right? She's not called mic fick. Haha. VTuber? Yeah, VTuber. If you say Vixie in German, yeah. Yeah, yeah, you shouldn't say that either. It's even worse than saying Mike Fick in German. And you can either say it as in like Vixie, right? Which basically means like well, how do I put it? Like basically touch her until she comes, right? Or you could say it as in Vixie, which is literally fuck her, right? And like not fuck her as in fuck that person, but like literally Yeah. So yeah, this is going on YouTube, by the way, right? Fuck me. I mean, you could also interpret like Vixie as some girl who like yeah. I mean, it depends, right? Like it could also be like some girl that yeah makes men come instead, but like only with her hands. But that's still like bad enough, right? It's not so specific, yeah. I mean, I think that's like all the options you have, right, with the name, I think. Yeah, that's probably all the names, that, like all the options that you have right now. Three interpretations that you could go with there. Can I clip all of those and send her to her channel when 1k people are watching? I mean, I'm gonna say no, but you might be doing it anyway. I mean, honestly, do I really care? I mean, I don't really care, right? I mean, if she wants to know what her name can mean in German, then sure, you can educate her, right? But it's just, like, unlucky, right? Like, it's not... Like, I mean, everything can, like, mean something stupid in, like, another language, like, that's just... Like, there are many things like that that can happen, right? Anyway, we're here about to kill Mogara, and Mogara can't slap, right? She can slap, so... maybe actually, like, either mirror up or just kite her, right? Or, like, a little bit of both. It's fine as well. That's a hard anyway, yeah. Kaka. Yeah, like the football player, for example, was called Kaka, right? Like that literally means shit in German. Like it's like poo-poo basically. It's like how a little kid would say shit in German. Poo-poo, right? Something like that. Hard anyway. Wow. In a bad way, so that you make me look down. Nice. Who doesn't know the toxic Dawn community and their streamers, right? Like, all of them are fucking toxic, right? Toxic. Language just making sure that YouTube viewers don't fall asleep. Oh, chat is just making sure? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Polish Sukacz? How do you even say that? I have no idea. Sukacz means looking for something. Sukacz would be fine, whatever the difference between those two is. And check it's effing. Nice. I mean, if you're looking for a fuck, right, then it's like just say the same thing twice, right? And then be like, yeah, like I mixed Polish and Czech, smile. So many Greek in chat, Monka. And feels also Greek. Wait, is he? He's a Greek living in England. I thought he's like at least living in England. Thought he was Roman. Yeah, he's a very masculine personality for sure. Greeks love Grim Dawn. Isn't it like Greeks love Titan Quest, and then they also like Grim Dawn because of that? I mean, Titan Quest is basically all about Greek mythology, and that's true. I mean, Ragnarok introduced some, like, Germanic mythology on top. But yeah, I mean, it's literally, like, Greek mythology based. Zeus good, Hades bad. Yeah, it's not even true, and, like, Zeus is like, if you read the actual books, it's like... Zeus is a pretty... like, I don't know. Yeah, Hades is like the only guy doing his job and not just fucking around all the time. That's actually true, yeah. Especially Zeus, like, holy shit, he's just like fucking around all the time, literally. Wait, who was it that fucked so hard he literally created an entire continent? Was it also Zeus? With the Europe? With the Europa, right? Was it also Zeus or was it the father of Zeus? I don't recall actually. Zeus is a child. Kind of, in a way, I guess. Not only in a good way though, like, I mean, mostly in a bad way. I mean, chads are... Depends, like, how you understand the chat meme, right? I guess. Oh yeah, it was Zeus, right, with the Europa. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he killed his father. Does that make him a good person? I don't know about that. That is also true, Envy. Like, Greek mythology is just so fucked, dude. Like, by modern standards, like, all of them are, like, just crazy in their head, I don't know. But hey, good thing the Romans adopted that, right? Because the Romans are never wrong. Dude, freaking Primal Strike Disco in here. It's kind of flashy, not gonna lie. Kronos wins. He didn't kill time. Imagine you could have like an item, give Primal Strike different colors and every single hit. Right? Like that would actually be the scope Primal Strike. Oh, nice cluster by the way. Nice randomistic cluster. Don't do that. Come on. With 2 assisted Grim Dawn, you can do that by swapping items. Yeah, but like... that's not how you really want it to be, right? We need 70 more Connie, right? Yeah, that's... yeah. Oh, we didn't fetch Algrim yet, right? Whoops.
Good work.
That was kind of the idea of gods being flawed, just as humans flawed.
Come see what's left of my wares.
So you could say, yeah, but I killed my father, so what? Zeus did it too, right? Imagine something like that in modern society, in, like in front of court, like, yeah, I just did what Zeus did, dude. Like, what are you talking about? It's not bad. Dude, Monka. Oh, these are good, right? Rampage of Alacrity. They even had the Bleed Rest. Hey, that's a perfect fit for my build. Literally perfect. Nice. Very nice, actually. Like, if you actually look at items, there's a high chance you also find something good. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought?
Iron well spent.
Easy fix.
I wasn't sure you'd make. I wish I'm going to.
Zeus didn't kill his father, he imprisoned him.
I'll skip the Legion is split on 2.
That might be. I mean, actually, it's been a long time since I've read the stuff, the mythologies. Like the last time I read them, I was like probably, I don't know, 12 or 13. It's been a long time. Yo, Marcin, welcome on. Father was actually killing, I mean, eating your children, your siblings. Then you would have a strong case in court. Oh, I mean, I guess, yeah. That might be true as well. invite Thor to dinner. Just invite Thor, easy. Yep. That does make sense as well, of course. Alright, we're almost level 82. I want to go back to level 82 to try to equip my weapon. Like, try to find a way to get more conning. I might have to use a potion actually, because I fucked up my attributes. What is this? I need like one mob. Hello? I should just proceed, like what am I doing? Even if I put a cunning point here, right, it's not enough. Even if I like put more points here, it's also not going to be enough, right? I mean, what if I pull points here and like put them all into Arcanas, right? Like this, and I pull even more here. That's still not enough, right? Okay, we're gonna use a pot then. A tonic of reshaping is what we're gonna use here. You should have like at least one or two anyway, right? So yeah, let's use one here. Pull the points here again, because we don't want to have those clutter the amount of cunning that I actually need. I need 529, right? Let's put 529 here. Put the rest of physique again. I know we can equip this weapon, right? Plus 5k damage, seems good. We can put points here again, right? Seems good. Now, what? Oh, dude, these helmets, right? These helmets are insane. So is my wildcaller set for now. Oh wait, these are even better, right? Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
So we need like a good chest. Maybe something like this, even. Like this, and then like a good ascended diadem like this, and then that is gonna be used instead of the wild color set, right?
I'll keep an eye out. See anything I like. See you around. Come see what's left of my wares.
Also, how's my reputation now? I am revered with Homestead. Okay.
See anything you like. See you around.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Ah, oh, of course.
What the fuck?
Oh, of course. Ah.
98k DPS. It's not too bad. Yeah, I would have weared that helmet or like the diadem as well if I didn't get the 2-piece wild color. Like 2-piece wild color is really like insane as well. And like this one gives you more armor and health regen on the proc, and then like the set gives you so many points to Torrent, Storm Surge, and also Primal Strike. It's actually insane. So it's like so much damage. I think I read enough like stupid messages in chat for today. Find the hive, go into the hive, right? As a newbie, how do I estimate my damage? Should I look at away or a combination of things? It depends a lot on the build, honestly. If you're playing like a one skill 4 damage kind of build like this one, then you can kind of trust your damage per second sheet, right? Like 99% of my damage on this build is just Primal Strike, right? So, I mean, this does help, right? If I was a caster and I was like, you know, using Wind Devil and Storm Totem, then this wouldn't do anything for me, right? And also this does not calculate away at all, right? It's basically you look at this number, and then you look at away, and then you like want to have at least 1% chance to hit to like all enemies. And then you know like it's, well, fine. Yeah, fine damage, right? If you're playing a caster, then and you can still look at away, of course, right? You want like 2,800, 900, or even 3,000, or more than 3,000 for endgame. For endgame, it's fine to have less than that, of course. Basically, if shit dies fast, you do good damage, yeah. As long as you like see crit numbers pop up every now and then, right? It's fine. And as long as you also like kill stuff quick enough, it's also fine, I guess. Basically. I should really make another GRIMTOOLS link like right now, right? We've changed so much, like changed Relic, changed my gun, changed some of my attribute pawns even as well. So it really is time for a new GRIMTOOLS link right now. $82, right? There we go. There we go. There we go. This weapon has like no attack speed, right? I really feel the difference. Lower attack speed. But it does deal more DPS, so it is a lot more damage per hit. And if we got this gun, right, with an off-alacrity suffix, it would have been even better, but oh well. Oh well. %154% attack speed right now. Tinker's ingenuity. Don't die to the poison here, guys. Like, the poison of these enemies that lingers around, for some reason, also deals physical damage. So it's really weird. It deals like way too much damage for some reason. Don't stand aside it. Evil Risotto, welcome on. I killed Golem. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Rest in peace, Golem. Did he even drop his precious? He didn't even give me his precious, right? Dang it, Frodo was quicker again. How specific can the build request be? Can be very specific. I mean, whatever you would like me to make for you, right? I mean, if you can't make it work, then I'm gonna refund your points. But if you can make it work, then I'm gonna try to make the best build that I can make for you, right? Or you give me a proper template, right? You make a build yourself and then you just want me to tweak it and you... I mean, I can do that for less blues, right? The 1600 or like 16k request is just for builds that, you know, will... like you just write the idea of the build or like the item that you want the build to be like played around, and then I do like everything from scratch basically. Aldenar's Vanity. That is a very good item, but not for this character. If you do Crucible again with a Primal Strike build, do you think the pass through Ramps would be better there? Generally, yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, the only reason why I died on Primal Strike Racket Jacks, right, the other day, was because I didn't use Blessings. Like, if I just used Blessings at like 140, as you usually should, then I wouldn't have died. And I would have like cleared the entire thing, in my opinion. Make me the worst build possible, yeah, just make classless, right? Also, I mean, literally saying make me the worst build possible is, I would say, a waste of channel points, right? Because I would literally just give you an empty link, because that is literally the worst build possible. Right, so, I mean... Has to be an actual build though, I mean... Then goes to Facebook, right? I don't know, go to like GRIMTOOLS Facebook community. I'm pretty sure you will find it there. Yeah, this chat is so cringe. No skills, technically not the worst. Yeah, no items and no skills is the worst, right? You're wrecked by League, Workman. Those Mykolas emotes. LOL. LOL. Just look over Recomnix for bad builds. Compared to Facebook builds, like his builds are actually good though. I mean, they're not good, but they're still better than Facebook builds. Which is why many people think that his builds aren't even that bad, because they're used to like even worse builds. That guy gets a lot of hate. Yeah, most of it rightfully so, honestly. The thing is, not many people know those, right? But I used to actually support him as well when he started making those builds. Because I thought like, yeah, some scuffed builds are still better than no builds at all, right? Because back then we didn't have as many beginner builds as well on the forum. But then because of the way he acted, that's like the main reason why he gets so much shit, right? It's not because his builds are good or bad, it's because of the way how he acted. When like people called him out for like literally like just copy pasting builds from other people without asking them. I mean, he also copy-pasted some of my builds for like, you know, like an endgame build to transition into. But he also asked me, and I said it's okay. But apparently, he also did that with other people without asking them and without like even crediting them. And then it was like, yeah. Then some other people got upset, right? But instead of like apologizing, he just went like full re-mode basically. And that's kind of when like people lost respect for him. That's literally what I have, minus the pierce stress and minus armor, but plus 800 health. How about the rolls aren't high enough on Bleed Restaurant? Eh. He's a bad man. I mean, I also used to be a mod on his Reddit for some time, but I don't know, like at some point it just was... like his constant basically playing the victim card just got annoying to me as well. When the people steal builds, he stole the idea of vitality damage from Natalie. Like, imagine being so clever to use one of the damage toms on this game, like, holy shit, dude. Mind blown, right? This wasn't this really good, holy shit. But I need the A, right? I actually need the A. This one is trash though. But this one would have been a higher level armor at least. How is this level 85 but has like level 70 armor? Yikes, dude, that's so unlucky. It's level 70 base but level 85 of Squall suffix on top, right? That's pretty unlucky, not gonna lie.
There was much ice. My scouts have reported back.
Alright, we're about to head into Act.
There are two other.
Like the second part of Act 3, right? We're still excited with the comments. What do we do here though? More HP on Hard to Wild. Why not, right? Why not? Exposed, cancelled. I've been stealing builds from Mykolas before he even played the game. Yeah, right. Pretty much that's what happened. Like, Mykolas already had the builds, even though he didn't play the game, and then like, I stole them from him. Because he's so smart, like he can make the build without even like playing the game, dude. Primal Strike and Spark Thrower, yeah, that was my idea, pal. Dude, like, putting points into the mastery bar, like, you stole that idea from me, dude, like all the people that I know, they just save their points without, like, using them. Like, I was the first guy to actually, like, use the points, dude. You don't know Madly lore? Yeah, there's a lot of Madly lore actually. Yo, Hamilcar, welcome on, welcome on. Can anybody read Korean? 안녕하세요. What? I can't read it though. My 10 damage wasn't at the game before Medley. It literally doesn't exist, dude. Alright, over here in the Blood Grove, right? Let's talk about this game. I mean, I actually don't have to find the Final Blood Legion insignias because I've just kept like 5 additional ones from Elite. But you still have to find the prisoners, right? You still have to fight and kill Volva, right? And there he is. That was actually a quick Blood Grove, actually. Nullify his curse. Mirror up when he uses curse again. Bolvar's pendant, useless on this build.
Speak at last.
Yo, Unifleck, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Kill this guy, Kel'Thuzad Idord. What? Kel'Thuzad Idoth. Wait, isn't there a Kel'Thuzad Zoth ring? This guy's called Kel'Thuzad Idoth. Coincidence? I think not. What are my defenses on this build? It's Mirror, Nullification, and not getting hit, and Lifesteal. And then it's actually like decentish armor right now. 14% Fizz which is horrible. Yeah, decent armor because I have Goldenborn Greaves. They give you lots of armor. Oh wait, there's one more active alive here. What the fuck? Why is he stuck? Step Chthonian, please. And yeah, my DA is not high enough either. I need more DA. But it's kind of hard to get DA on Druid. I mean, obviously you get DA on Oakskin, and I should probably just max it out. Like 10 points is really good value until you need more DA and you need more armor. But it also depends on like how much DA you have gotten from gear. Right? If you get DA from gear, then you don't need as much, right? But yeah, it's like way easier to get OA, like offensive ability, through, well, Overload, through Thunderstruck prefixes on gear, because, I mean, you want to get that one anyway for lightning dodge. And what else? What else is there? I mean, you could also use Savagery later on, for away. Oh yeah, and Maven Sphere, right? Maven Sphere gives me 20% absorption. True. That's really good. Yo, and field Pokemon. Best run for legendary farm, in my opinion, like time efficiency wise. The best is basically doing Shattered Realm 75 to 76 on ultimate. Like that's the best. But I'm not sure if your build is like strong enough to do that already, like efficiently. But if you can do that, then it's like the best, yes. If your build is weaker than that, maybe Crucible 170 or... Actually Crucible 170 is also kind of hard, it's not like that easy either. But it's a little bit easier probably than 75 to 76, at least on hardcore. What else is there? There is totems, right? If you want to just do stuff in the main campaign, then you do totems as well as dungeons, right? That is a lot easier than doing SR or Crucible, but it's still like decent loot and it's way easier. Running like, what the fuck is this stair, dude? Oh shit. Running like SOT or Ancient Grove or Polary or Bastion of Chaos, right? Or just run like totems, right? I mean totems are probably like just doing totems run is probably more efficient for random legendaries, but many of the dungeons have like exclusive loot on top. And if you want to hunt down that exclusive loot on top, then well, running the dungeons is better than running totems. But yeah, it depends, right? What is this? Has this evolved into a Dota versus League chat now? Still process. What? My statistics also shows totems probably the worst for legendary blueprints. Wait, the worst or the best? The worst. Compared to what? Dungeons and SR and Crucible? I mean, yeah. Yeah, of course it's worse than SR. Like, SR is way harder, so... I mean, I think legendary blueprints are like in the same basic, like the random legendary blueprints, right? They're like in the same loot table as like legendary items, like random drop legendary items. So if like something is good for random legendaries, it's also good for random legendary blueprints, right? It's like the same thing. You saw 4 blueprints, 400 runs. Oh, okay, but it's not like a fresh character, or wait, how did he do that? Because like you get way more blueprints if you're like new to the game, right? And you get way less the more you already have per run. So it's deleted the files. He deleted the blueprint files before doing the blueprint runs, or did he delete the files before creating the character? Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, then you can actually do like a fair comparison, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the TLDR is right. If you want to... I mean, it depends, right? If you want to just chill and do easy content, or like your character's not strong enough, do totems, right? If your character's strong enough, then always do SR. Like, SR is always more efficient. If you can do it. I mean, totems, like, I can literally do totems right now, right, on this character. And this character would, like, die in SR1, basically, right? So, I mean, totems are way easier, right? And well, if you want like a good mix of good legendaries and blueprints, then and you want to do main campaign, then just like run totems as well as the dungeons, right? Do all the totems on the way to the dungeon, like on the way to a skeleton key dungeon, and do all the totems inside a skeleton key dungeon, because the last final chest of a skeleton key dungeon, right, has a 100% chance to roll for a blueprint. Like, rolling for a blueprint doesn't mean the same thing as actually dropping a blueprint, but it will 100% of the time always roll for a blueprint. As Zarya the Carver and Ultimate can be a little bit sketchy, right? But not if you're playing Primal Strike, because first of all, well, your AoE from Primal Strike is just gonna kill the crystals, and second of all, you can just nullify the Bloodstorm curse on you, right? So, yeah. No threat from Zarya here at all on this build. None of your characters can do SR. Well, that's too bad then, I guess. I don't know. As I said, like, it always depends on the player, it always depends on the build, right? But if you can do SR consistently, then it is the most efficient thing to do. His, there, it's, her, her. Zarya's a she. Bolvar is a he and Zarya's a she, right? Oh man, fucking Spectrum Miasma from these guys, dude. Like, Chaos Rust overcap is non-existent, basically. And these guys can reduce your Chaos and Vitality Rust by a lot. And then they're just gonna slap you, right? It's bad. I mean, she's a maiden. Right. And if she calls herself, like, maiden, then I'm pretty sure that she also identifies herself as a female, right? Herself. This totem can also be repli, by the way, because, well, you can have Arcane spawn here, and like you can have mobs from Act 6 spawn here, and those are no joke on Ultimate. Wrecked by Maiden. Imagine dying to Iron Maiden, right? Imagine. Actually, I think I'm gonna go check how high I can get an SR. I kinda don't like some maps though, navigating them down as a pain in the ass in certain areas. I mean, it helps in certain areas to move the camera, from my experience. I mean, the worst thing about Shadow Realm is like the grind to get to like shards where it's like reasonable to farm, which means like at least shards 50 on Ultimate, or like 60, right, something like that. Like the low shards are just there to make it tedious for you. Pick up my loot filter, just curious. Sure. I mean, you can also just like enable all of these and just sell them, but that's what I have right now. Like, I show all the armor, all accessories, all components, of course, and then I show also like all monster quick points, epic, legendaries, and sets that are, well, unique and double rare, of course, right? I mean, these are always unique, so like this will always be shown, and like this, like I basically hide green items that are one-handed melee ranged, daggers, scepters, caster offensive shields. I mean, you can also show them, right? But this build would never use those items, so yeah. For endgame though, I think you should probably do it like this, right? Untick this and tick all of these and still have this one ticked, so that you do find like the good one-hand melee range daggers, etc. that are green, like monster frequent greens, because you might want to save some of those for like your other characters. But while leveling, I just hide them because I probably won't need any of those ever. I mean, I was gonna say against this guy, like, don't send the pools, right? But I don't think I've actually, like, ever had this guy summon his pools on neither of the 3 difficulties, right? This build just deals not too much damage, I guess. Build is too OP. I love my lumberjack shirts. Decent collection. I have like 3, I think. Not more than 3. I only have like 3. But I use them a lot, I wash them a lot, so yeah, you see them a lot. 300? I don't have like lots of clothing, honestly. Don't have that much. Right, you don't need that much either. If you like wash things regularly, right?
I could when the Legion was forced to abandon. I've already.
Yes, what the hell?
You're here.
Nice bug. Fix your game, creative. Fix your game. Even after all these years, not fixed. I mean, jumps are kind of weird in this game sometimes. I have some weird interactions. Empowered Herald's jacket? How did I not get the mythical one, dude? Oh, it doesn't exist, right? Mythical Herald set doesn't exist, I think. He's bad, man. These are good though. Mythical Final March. They only rolled 3% Fizz Rest though, they can roll more than that. I also got Mythical Shot of Illusion, which is not bad either. Okay, now if I find a good headpiece, right? I think I might actually get rid of my wild color set. It's gonna be a DPS loss, a small one, but I'm gonna feel way tankier, right? Rampage of the Void. Not enough pre-dress, right? Yeah, not enough. Okay, so we need to find a mob that drops me dust, right? A good pair of these shoulders. Or just use these, I guess, maybe? These aren't bad either, very defensive though. Very defensive, not bad at all.
Put it to good use.
Yeah, let's get more armor here. Pine Barrens. Magical Eye Farming Zone, yeah. Just do like a Mogara run in Jagged Waste, like Pine Barrens, Jagged Waste. That's, I would say, the best way to farm, like to target farm Magical Eyes, yeah. Let's go to, actually, to Midova. What the hell am I doing here? A dumb question, but I want to totem farm for items reduced in the DLCs. Do you have to run totems in the DLC areas, or can they drop anywhere as long as they're on the DLC? Yeah, anywhere as long as you farm the correct totem. Like each totem type, like not difficult, like not tier type, but like, you know, there's like an Aether totem, a Chaos totem, right? The Aether totem has different items than the Chaos totem, for example, right? Each of these like each of the faction totems basically have like 2 different items that they can drop, right? So if you wanna, I don't know, for example, wait, I can give you a link. There's like a page that like covers that easily, I think. Yeah, it's actually over here as well. Okay, so Diablo 2 Resurrected add Monka. Yeah, Stormbrand and Son of Screaming Vale can drop from Aether Warped. This one, these can drop from those, right? These can drop from that, these can drop from that, etc, etc, right? So yeah, just like check out this, and then you see well, which of these are exclusive to what, right? Mogara is the Manticore boss and Jagged Waste. Did you also kill for the quest? Yeah, exactly. You're welcome, Gaia Lancer. Jagged Waste. Jagged Waste, yeah. Oh yeah, we need to kill these guys, right? These guys for their shoulders and their...
Speak at last.
This is good, Red. This is really good, actually. Level 85. Elemental damage. Cunning Spirit. OA. DA. The A part is really important, actually. 3 other rest on top. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's fine. I'll take it. Murd Air. 1994. Thanks for the follow, Bookman. Stormwind is target powerful? Yeah, it technically is. Like, you can play like a dual wield lightning trickster or something like that, I guess. For example. But I mean, what do you do until level 94, right? What do you do until then? Just crown a corner on a lightning trickster. I was gonna say, Screaming Veil though is really good for spellbinders. Like, you can literally play what I was playing, right? The Aether Ray spellbinder or whatever spellbinder you're doing, and then just target farm Screaming Veil and then play like CT, like Address Tempest, right? And you can play Flesh Warp Core until then, yeah. Yep.
We speak at last.
That is very much indeed true. Yo, Pink Toft, thanks for the follow, Workman. CT, Calidor's Tempest. Tell TPB until level 94. I mean, yeah. I really don't like builds where you have to respec devotions at level 94 though. Especially like not on a beginner build. Especially when you like switch the entire damage type, because you have to like re-level all of them. It's kind of pain. But sure, you can do it. You can do it. We sell these, right? There's no way we're gonna use these over these now. Nah.
Put it to good use.
Force Wave will work, like Aether Force Wave. I mean, Aether Cadaver's Tempest also works, and it doesn't have any bonuses to... I mean, it has, like, skill bonuses. I mean, not skill bonuses, but, like, skill modifiers to CT, right? Even though it doesn't have any casting speed. True, true. Also, I should go to Homestead, right? And, like, actually use augments, right? Like, what am I doing? I'm not using a single augment right now. Like a single revered augment, right? Let's go to Homestead real quick. Bye! See you around the Gok. Thanks for stepping by.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
Yo, Grim Fandango. Thanks for the sub, man. Welcome, welcome on. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for the prawn. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy these emotes. What do we have here? So these guys... This one has 7% health, this one has OA, this one has 10% armor. This is some stuff for pets, right? So it's either health or armor, right? What do we want, guys? Do we want health or armor? I kinda actually would like to go for... this also has a chance to reduce MBDA. Oh no, not this one. Both?
Put it to good use.
Just use both. Just use both. Yep, yep. Nice jump. What the fuck, dude? What's my mammoth rep? It's pretty fucking bad. It is really bad. Not even honored trolley. Because I skipped him on it. Actually, it's close to honored. But not quite there yet. Did I still not get a good diadem? Like, what the hell, dude? Send the diadem. Who drops those? Isn't it like the same guys that also drop the shoulders and the chest? Like these guys? Do you get them in pod library? From the shop? Maybe you do, right? Oh, you just said that as well. Nice. Yep. Just found max stats, and my mistake. The 10 rounds clicking 11 totals on each. Total 4 legendary blueprints, albeit, however you pronounce that. 3 dropped in the same run. Great for everything else though. Yeah, I mean they're good, right? The totals are good. Just not that good compared to SR. Alright, what did we get here? Band of black ice. And it's like a cold ring, right? Dual wield Storm Strife. Begin the friendly Vindicator. Oh megalon. Okay. Yeah, we can try that. Just thinking about when I should try it. Are you gonna? How long are you gonna be here, async? Today? GRIMTOOLS Volkage. Chat, wake up, we're gonna do GRIMTOOLS. I mean, maybe later. Hopefully until the end of the stream. I think I'm just gonna like push all the way to Logorian today and then probably chill out after that. Like the build should be good enough for Logorian right now. Right. Oh, the Amber. Shit. Yeah, Storm Serpent is easy to get. Sure, for beginners. I've never like actually played Storm Serpent though. Like it seemed to just suck, right? Like it's pretty fucking bad, right? Or like, I mean, offensively it's fine, but defensively it's so squishy, right? That's not. No, let's do this quest like later, not today. So freaking squishy, dude. Let's waste more armbuds, yep. Yep. Some more armor there, NBA. And of course I didn't crop the Amber, but I like the loaded screen though, so I like to go back and forth, right? You miss Wrecked by Bronze League streams? What do you miss about those streams though? Do you miss me playing League of Legends? Do you miss me playing with like 20 viewers? Do you miss me playing... What else did I play on that second account? I played Valheim as well, right? I mean, I kind of do variety on the weekend on main account now though, right? Like... Darkest Dungeon at least. Maybe just Epoch sometimes. You miss seeing me play Hecarim? Dude, Hecarim is like the best hero in League of Legends. The best champion, I'm sorry. Second account, yeah, I mean I still have a second Twitch account. I mean I don't use it. But I did some streams there sometimes when I thought that my main account would get partnered unless... Or like, I thought my main account would maybe get partnered, right? So I didn't want to like stream games where I knew I was gonna like get basically 0 viewers anyway. Because that's like bad for the statistics, you know? But nowadays it's kinda like, I mean, I won't get partnered anyway, right? Like, maybe next year, right? Maybe next fucking century, dude. So it's like, might as well just stream other games from Dawn here as well. My legendary Leaf stream, like the one League game that I had, where like I literally didn't do anything the entire game and then like did one good insect kick and then like carried the game. But literally every second before and after that I was like completely useless. Yeah, seems good. Yo, Uncle Senzo, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, we're level 85 now, but I didn't change anything apart from my shoulders, which are like the same but like different affixes. Still going strong with basically the same setup, right? Fuck. That's mistake. Okay, let's go down here and, well, find the ashes, right? Okay, the Necromancer and the ashes. The best champion is Mazahar. Why is Mazahar even that popular though? Isn't he like kinda boring to play? I mean, I know you play him, I know Naomi plays him, I don't know who else plays it actually. Oh, Nico actually plays it as well, right? Plays Mazahar. It's like you play a minion build, but on League of Legends, right? That's like how you feel like playing Mazahar. Maokai main? Dude, I used to play Maokai a lot in like season 3, I think, or season 2, and that's like 10 years ago almost, right? What is this, like season 11 now? As a jungler back then, that was so much fun. I don't think you can even like jungle him anymore, right? You just play him support or top or something like that. One of these like third highest win rate or something. Dang. Oh, let's take the shortcut, right? Over here is a shortcut. Nice shortcut. Big brain Maokai main. Big tree. I don't play rank. What? Pew 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 pew. Bonk. As you've gotten his gold, so yep, noob. Yep, noob. That's fine. Highest I was I don't know, Diamond 3 I think, or Diamond 2 for like one day, something like that. It's basically not good enough either to be meaningfully good.
Good. Swim the sights.
Yo, Shadow Reaper, welcome, welcome. Did you just look up the characters or something? Oh, you're talking about the one Chinese song? Still trying to find it. Dude, I'm trying to find the Ascended Diadem though, like, where is it? How do I get it? It's not there. Like, where is it? Oops. I mean, you're not noob, right, Gaia? You're like actually not noob at the game, right? You're not new to the game, like noob is noob, right? Like noob is new. It's like you're not new to the game. You're not a noob. You're just bad, right? I mean, no offense. And yeah, I mean, if you like take into account like all the players, then like gold is actually average, man. It's not actually bad. It's like average. But like when you talk to people that are like good at game, you're like, well, literally everything. I mean, I know that as well. Like literally everything that's like below Diamond 1 is literally trash, right? Like I was trash as well at the game, dude. Like I was so fucking bad. Like not even kidding. Zero mechanics. All the investments? That's not what you want, right? That is not what you want. You want the shoulders, or the even more so the diadem, like the helmet thingy. The thing you put on your head, right? The thing for the head, forehead. They never drop it, dude. What is this? Another vestment? Oh my god. Okay, let's kill this guy, right? Lucius. Mid-act 4 boss, basically. Don't stand in the shit, right? And kill him. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Macro is what makes you climb fast. I mean, you still need like lane mechanics. Like you still need to like know how to lane and like not die in 1v1s if you're like playing a lane at least. Right? I mean, there's also macro in Like, macro in League of Legends is basically how you play the map. Like knowing when to be where, stuff like that. That's basically macro in League of Legends. Like watching the map, knowing when to be where, how to move on the map basically, and that's like macro in League of Legends. For real, I got hard second plat because I would do insanely well in lane, but I would never do smart team plays or macro rotations. My brain just wouldn't let me leave lane. Yeah, that was actually true. Like knowing how to, I mean, you can be like the best laner ever, right? But if you don't know how to like translate you doing well in lane to other lanes, like if you don't know how to like push your advantage so that you actually win the game. And you can't win the game with like only one lane. Like you need to push your advantage and transfer it into other lanes, otherwise you don't win. Also Plains of Strife, right? Over here in Elite and Ultimate there's a hero mob called Locksmere. He's pretty scary. You probably should not fight him. Just skip him, right? Until you have like better gear, I guess. I mean, you can still fight him, I guess. That's also... You shouldn't, right? You shouldn't. Especially on a Shaman, right? Like, he's just gonna remove your Mogdogan's Pact, and then you have, like, no Pierce Rush, no DA, and he has Pierce damage, it's gonna crit you, right? It's gonna monka. I mean, he can nullify you like instantly, not like arcanes, just instantly, like nullification. If you have like a cluster or mirror up for after he nullifies you, and then you like use that time to reapply your buffs, I mean, you can obviously do that. But if I do it right now, it's kind of like I just throw away a cluster for nothing. So why even do that, right? You never ran into him. You're trying to bait me hard into like fight him, dude. Legit don't know him. I mean, he's not a 100% spawn, that's the thing, right? I think if you only go where he spawns, when he doesn't spawn, then you never meet him. Oh, yeah, remember when he was on Asakan Road? Like, oh shit. He used to spawn also in Asakan Road. Oh, he doesn't anymore. That was a long time ago though, when he spawned there. Pew pew. Build going strong. Seems good. Alright, what do we do here? Mythical Runic Bracers. I mean, when in doubt, Runic Bracers outright. However, on a build like this, I really would like to have my attack speed, because I have like 0 attack speed right now. But I should definitely also keep them. They're really good. really nice, like budget defensive option. You got +1 to wasting and +1 to vulnerability. Hey, that's really nice. Congrats, congrats. You thought the attack speed was bad for Primal Strike? Nah, it's actually good. No, the damage is not scaled down. You always have the same damage. If you spam, right? It's not scaled down by attack speed at all. If you spam, it's good. If you don't spam, it's useless because it's scaled with cooldown. Like with cooldown reduction, basically. But if you spam, it's good. You don't lose damage per hit if you have attack speed. I don't know why you would think that, or like who told you, but yeah, it doesn't do that. Like if I remove my gloves, right, I deal less damage. I mean, it's less DPS, and if I look at the Primal Strike hit itself, it's actually also less because I have like some flat kills here, but I mean, basically the same, right? Like it's not changed, right? And DPS is higher, of course, because more attacks, but it's more attacks per second. I said that? Nah, either I was like having a stroke, or you misunderstood something. I'm pretty sure I've never said that, like, never said that with like me actually saying that, like with me actually meaning that. Probably you having a stroke.
Good work that weekend.
Come see what's left of my wares.
This is not bad either. Cartosian chest guard. But is it even like close to this thing? It has 5% fizz res. I don't need the eddy res at all. Don't care about the pierce to cold conversion. Raging Tempest is good. This is like way better though, I would think, overall. Probably. Yeah, not sure. And just keep both of them, right? Obviously. Let's get some more HP. Slay Bane Gargoth. We're gonna do that like way later, right? I don't care about him right now. Let's not do that right now. It's kind of a waste of time. Black Legion is almost revered. They have pretty decent augments as well.
Took you long. It appears that the
Took you long enough, he says. Triggered. Let's actually check their augments out real quick. since I can already take them, I mean buy them right now. This build will stay bow, or will I go dual or two-handed sword later? It's probably always gonna stay gun from now on, like two-handed gun. Because honestly, it's just better than anything else right now. Okay, we can get Potence Creed's Cunning, right? Or Aether Storm Powder, right? If we needed Eliras, I would go with the Aether Storm Powder, I think. But since we don't need that, right, we can just go with Creed's Cunning and get more health as well as away instead. That seems good. Oh yeah, also Black Legion has... don't they have like Chaos Rush on augments? They do, right? Oops. Bye bye another cluster. I mean... it's just good for some overcap, right? Like if I run into another Harbinger and like he reduces my Chaos Rush, I'm protected against it now. That's good. I mean, unless I randomly find like the Ultos two-handed mace, right? Then this gun is always like more damage than melee right now. Like even the Corvin Storm Halberd is... it's like the same damage, I think. It's not even more damage than this. And I mean, if you have the same damage playing range or melee, like why would you play melee, right? Like, range is always better than melee. If you have the same damage. I'd like the same tankiness, but like the weapon itself doesn't really change anything when it comes to tankiness. And I mean, the main reason is also that like you can use Hellbane's ammo, right? On a ranged weapon. You cannot use this electrifying weapons buff on a melee weapon, so... I mean, for actual endgame, you want to use like a different component anyway, so like then it's fine to not play range, but like until then, range is like so much better. It's in like so many ways actually. Is the Black Legion a nod in the IMP Bruno and company? Which was developed by Iron Lore. Do we have Iron Lore? That IP was called Black Legion, I think? I have no idea, but maybe. Yeah. Range is nice until you're up against some things you can't kill before they get to you. That's a little less interesting. But if you're literally if you literally have the same tankiness as range compared to as melee, then it doesn't matter anyway, right? What is the exact overmax resistance? Like what I have right now or what you want? I mean, generally you want like, say around 35%, right? For Elemental and Aether, it is also good to have a little bit more than that. For Chaos, you can... I mean, it depends on the enemy, right? I mean, you basically always want as much overcap resistance, like overcapped resistances, as the enemies can like reduce resistances by, right? So if you're fighting an enemy that has like minus 50% resistances, then you want to overcap by 50%, right? But yeah, generally, I think 35% is fine for everything. Some things like Bleed and Pierce are also fine with less than that. And some things like Fire and Lightning especially, you rather want more, like 40 to 50% rather. Like right now these guys, right? Spectrum Miasma, they dropped my Vitality to 52. Because I only have 8 overcap, so like they actually reduced my Vitality right now by what? What is this? 36? So you want like 36 Vitality overcap? Something like that. Ideally. it isn't as much of a priority. It really depends on like what you're fighting. Some enemies in Grim Dawn aren't that quick. I would say you can actually, if you are good at kiting, it depends like how good you're at kiting, right? If you are good at kiting, you can kite like 95% of the enemies in Grim Dawn. I mean, some you can't, then it doesn't matter if you're playing range or melee. But many you can actually, if you play it properly. Like I mean, yeah, the generic meme is like ranged equals melee in Grim Dawn. I don't know. I mean, partially it's true. Partially, I believe it's just people being bad at cutting. But yeah, it's not like the biggest priority. Like, if you can get more tankiness and more damage as melee compared to as ranged, like, just play melee, right? It's fine. I mean, on this build, it's... As I said, right, it's literally the same. Like, you're literally the same... You have the same tankiness as range as melee. And you have, like, the same damage right now as well. So it's like, why even play melee, right? Fuck off, Ground Zero. Wow. Toxic Streamer, really? Toxic mod, yep. Yep. $7k Cho'Gath with 5k HP shield. Are you playing League right now? Like, look at all these mobs, right? Like, none of them can hit you if you're playing range. Like, literally none of them can hit you. And there are many examples like this, right? Where it indeed does make a difference if you're playing range or melee. I mean, you also never really die to these kind of mobs. And it's like Pepega, but... yeah. What else to play? Nothing runs on your PC? I mean, how about... I don't know. Like, just get a better PC event. More. Like, that's what happens if you don't kite right. You get hit by a lot of damage. Play Titan Cost instead. Like, you see this? 0 hits taken. Easy clap. Kiting with ranged feels weird, man. Imagine kiting. Kiting is cheat. And of course it's gonna be way harder to kite like in Crucible or in Shadow Realm later. Of course. It's gonna be way harder to do that. But you know, you can still do it. Against some enemies at least. Now, wave 150 just reminds me of... Like, it just makes me mad because I'm so fucking stupid that I didn't use Blessings at 140. Like, it's so unnecessary to, like, rip there. Oh well. Like, to rip without Blessings at 150. So unnecessary. Alright, time for the Dogorian. I mean, here we can like do prime range gameplay right against this guy. Like, just play range like this, is good. If you shotgun, you deal more damage, right? I mean, actually you shouldn't fight this guy like this, because he deals more damage when you play melee, right? Because of the acid spit, right? Like, those projectiles can shotgun. Is that can't Thulu? What? Wow. I mean, kind of, I guess. So this is the real endgame, right? Playing Tetris? Fuck me. Menacing of Alacrity, I mean, this is Chaos Rust and attack speed, so that's good, right? That is pretty fucking good, actually. Sure, level 92. Sounds good. What else do I have here? Leg Wraps of the Void, Demonic of the Void. Whatever. Whatever. You don't know the Titan Quest of the controls in the game are so annoying, you have to click on every enemy to continue attacking. Yeah, it's like controls and quality of life is really clunky in Titan Quest. I agree.
See anything you like?
Except you can't go back there, doop noop. Except you can't actually go back there. I mean, I guess you can, but like, you have to like go through 2 loading screens, right? Actually, no, you can't, right? You actually can't. Commonly good looks vendor? Oh yeah. Here you can like get some good looks if you want to, right? If you feel like you're not looking good, right? You can get an literal obsolete carbine, for example. This is literally obsolete, this one. Right? Good item, right? Good item. But yeah, this used to be like the... Oops. Like the OG illusionist kind of. I guess, I don't know. Oh boy, these are so good as well. Formidable Awareness, what the hell? But no attack speed, right? I think I kind of value attack speed higher than everything else in Blood right now. I mean, I should also think. Mythical Glory of the Silver Knight. I mean, it's so much worse than a good diadem, but it's not that bad either, right? Beginner, level 86, you have missed a bit. Yeah, Cosmic, welcome on. I mean, it's all gonna be on YouTube, like, you won't miss that much stuff on YouTube, right? This is episode 4 right now, so... I mean, there's 2 on YouTube out right now, episode 3 is gonna come out later this week, and then this one is gonna come out like even later this week, so... It's all gonna be there for you to rewatch if you want to, don't worry, don't worry. Alright. I think I wanna not trigger Ashes of Mammoth yet, honestly. Because I'm pretty much done with this episode, I think, right now. We're gonna do some more GRIMTOOLing, right? GRIMTOOLS, Pog. I'm kinda salty I didn't get a Ascended Diadem though, like it's so good. And I didn't get it. Like, really? Feels bad, man. So why do I even have these anymore here? Like, I don't need them, right? Same thing for this, same thing for this. I do need this one though. Actually, no, I don't need it either. Fang of the Bone Hunter. Can I cheese this quest right here? I think I can cheese the quest, right? Like, we shouldn't do that, should we? I mean, whatever. Tights. For Ice Skater. I'm sort of newish to Grim Dawn, I'm really appreciating your both stuff on YouTube. Hey, glad you like it. And yeah, thanks for watching as well. Just saying that you can basically watch all of my beginner friendly stuff on YouTube, because nothing of that stuff should be really outdated. Grim Dawn doesn't really like have outdated stuff as quickly as like Path of Exile or Last Epoch, because the game, especially since like the last 1 or 2 years, it doesn't really change that much anyway. So yeah, like feel free to use like check out any like beginner stuff that's like 1 or 2 years old even, like it should be still fine. No cheesing is illegal. Yo, Pewsker, welcome on. Yeah, let's just throw it away, right? Maybe not. Alright, what do we do here now? Do we do anything else? Catch up with some quests, maybe? Do Hidden Path, Monka? I need to farm the diadem, dude. How do I farm it? Pod Vapori, right? Fuck me, dude. Yeah, Pew is actually good at Dota. He's actually good at Dota, not like me. Slightly addicted to Reign of Terror. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's really good. Really good mod for sure. I personally, like just personally prefer Grim Dawn Vanilla over Reign of Terror because I don't like Diablo 2 that much. I mean, it's a good game for its age, etc., but like, I don't know.
My, what a curiosity you are.
I don't really have like any, you know, nostalgia for it. But yeah, Reign of Terror is it's a pretty nice crossover for sure. It is really nice. You did play one game, but like, are you as good in Dota as you are in League, Regular League?
Save storage, no question. Safe with me, promise.
Way better at League? Okay, I mean, that's like, yeah. Like, you and me would be in the same boat probably. Like, Pew would 100% also like carry Miles and Dota. Hope he's better at League, yeah. Dude, the last time I played, should we give her the Fang? Like, it's literally there, right? It's literally over here, right? Like, it's literally here. But like, this is cheesing, right? Like, cheesing this item from Elite over here? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do it. You're a mobile player, what did you expect? Yeah, me too though. But I didn't play Dota, I played League. I mean, I did play Dota before League was a thing even. Like Dota 1, but never really Dota 2. You played HOTS? HOTS is not a proper... like, that doesn't count. HOTS? Oh my god, lol. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, on YouTube as well. This is gonna be it for episode 4. Episode 5, we're gonna, well, do some Pro Act 5 stuff, right? Like, do Agdenborg, and then catch up with, like, some of these side quests here for the main campaign, like, for Act 1 to 4. Maybe, like, do some hidden path stuff. And also, I think I'm gonna try to get to Port Vabry, like, ASAP, because I want to get that freaking helmet. I mean, the Ascended Diadem, right? It's so good. And I didn't get a single one. Like, what is this, dude? I got so scammed. So scammed, man. Anyway, thanks for watching.